this is a door for giants here, underground. Red brick. It's red brick. So I'm on the grounds at the Sonoma Developmental Center. And there you saw all the cement walls that are here, and they look like this. They look just like this, but on closer inspection they're actually brick. They're actually all red brick throughout this property. There's a lot of brick wall here, and then there's this amazing structure which many have seen from a previous video, also from historical photos. But this is the side of the building that's been completely removed. There was a deer running, 2 deer running. Where are they? Where are they? He's out there. Where is he? There he is. 2 deer running. So this is the asylum. And I'm probably standing now where the greater structure would have stood. It was quite large at both sides. Had extended sides very similar to the layout of the Kirkbride system, so-called bat wing layout. Light is okay. I understand this building's going to be torn down soon. I'm hearing some rumblings. I wanted to get over here and have a look. It might be the last look. It might come next time. It might be a pile. And it's going to be a big job for somebody. This is not going to come down easy. So you can see the old archways. The archways here. This is a vertical wall and structure that was part of the building. But the part that, I'll see if I can show you again. This is the part that has my interest the most, is this core construction. Okay. So internal to the building itself are large granite, square-cut, rectangular columns. And I'm going to get from a better angle. Maybe you can see it. I'm going to get a better angle. But there's also a a huge girder on top. That's actually part of the construction on both sides of the building. So it's on this corner too. So that's extreme work for an 1800s building in a tiny community. You used to be able to go right inside and climb up these porches, and those enormous rails, the enormous railings are they're megalithic granite blocks, and they're huge. It's like 8,000 pounds. I gotta be able to let you see this. Can you even believe this? So that is the beginning of the handrail, and that is one huge piece of granite. And so it's all along multiple sides of this building, clearly modified massive doors, massive floors and stories. And so they added on steel, which is quite a big job, but that's not holding up. But the building, with all of its amazing ornamentation, looks like kiln-fired glazed terracotta. Even on the back side, even on the back, you just get up in there and realize that this was a different group of masters. These were different craftsmen. Those are high-fired, kiln-glazed terracotta, as is that panel, the square. And then underneath this molding is this repeating pattern. So who was making these molds and then filling them in a way that they could produce precision panels that do not warp? That's one of the biggest problems in high-fired materials. Any kind of porcelain or tile is that the extreme heat and extreme cooling creates warping and cracking and shrinking and distortions. You can buy, I'm looking at this wall. Look at this thing. What's really back here? This thing's been plastered how many times? How many times? And this thing is just a leaner. So this place is going to go through, I think, a massive change. So you could buy some tile, and you run short, and you go down to Home Depot and buy more. And if it's not made at the same time, be a 1/16 of an inch bigger or smaller. Forget about the colors, but it's just going to be a different size. It might have been made in the wrong season. It's just the way it is. And not over here. Not here. Not up situation. No. No, this is the most beautiful precision terracotta with a glaze that it takes several looks to even know for sure that it's not cut travertine. It's that high of a quality of a glaze. Never seen in today's production world. Out of reach. The molds, the time period. Late 1800s, in the middle of nowhere. The most beautiful glazed ceramic products that you'll find anywhere. Over and over and over. Surviving every earthquake. Hot and cold seasons. Doesn't matter. Amazing. So all these walls here that line the entire grounds are some component of repaired and coated brick walls. And the foundations obviously are not this modern concrete, which cannot hold up. Back here, this is bricks. As many bricks as you need. Might have an encounter. it, no one knows. Where's the office? Alright, so I've been on the lower grounds. You can't drive your vehicle up in here, but people love walking here. And I'm going to see things now with you immediately. So this hut is on heavy masonry construction. And then up here, I'm going to go look at some more things. There's quite a few walls at different levels, some covered in asphalt. Looks like they continue well up the hill. So this asphalt berm is in front of a greater wall. So here's some old running wall. Runs all the way down. There's some interesting, great brick structure up there to see. So covered in cement, brick opening, higher wall, something else. But then up in the shadows, there's something else. So we'll see what becomes of that. It might get thrown out of here. Who knows? Okay, doesn't take long. So a lot of walls up there, a lot of masonry. But yeah, it's a planter box. No, this goes in and down. And then we've got this. Really exciting. Whoa. Okay. So this wall just seems to continue. It goes over the hill and down. Structure up there. Okay, so this is the back of a different brick building than the main institution, or it may have been connected. Because we got more wall that goes down to unknown depths. Don't see any evidence of a floor down below. Bricked up windows yet. Got a whole different kind of structure over here. Huge wall behind the backside. So this concrete, is filling up that's a bigger building. I'm sure if that's not the original door. No way. He probably didn't even step up here. Probably went straight through, no step up. And you're a giant. You just walk in. Still big. This is added. Giants. And they'll be like, there weren't ever giants. I beg to differ. It's either they were giants or people are really stupid. Because building giant doors with no giants is just dumb. Building an 80-foot door. What a strange place and what a strange person I am. Who cares? Look at this place. Just way up out in the middle of nowhere. We're so far from everything. There's the back side of the Asylum. Whatever place. Look at this thing. It's just an old brick wall. So I'm seeing things here. I'm going to show you now. So I know that, and if you've been researching, that there's underground. There's a lot of underground, maybe more underground than above ground. So over here is this opening, and it's it's red bricks, full of dirt. Over here, more of the same. Walls, hills, young trees, more walls. I call hidden history. It's just hidden. It's been hidden from us. But we should be able to know. These aren't unreasonable questions. Who were our ancestors? Okay, this place is totally mud flooded. It's totally, look how much is underground. And like right over there, it's like, of course it's underground. It's the same building. So this place survived something, but not completely. No, this whole area, like the foundations for this building and this building are probably the same, and for some reason there's an incredible amount of grade, 20 or 30 feet, that has just flowed down here from up above. Always comes from up above. Something happened, stuff up above came in. We work out of the second floor now, because it's too hard to dig it out with only mules. Of course it's too hard to dig it out now. We just cover it in crap. Here's more of that cool wall. Very cool. Electric shop. It's big walls. Looks like a hangout. Okay, off to more. As strange as it may sound, control room, carousel. The horses are not here. I can't tell what they're doing. Under restoration, so it's like a merry-go-round. Super weird place to see that. But I don't know if you see something different. I see some kind of equipment to run that table from here. But wow, why? 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 Heavy masonry, some other brick opening. Of course. How weird. It's not a planter box. And it goes down deep. So this is the back of part of the remaining structure of the main front asylum. But mud flooded really bad. So I'm let's see here. It feels like 3 stories higher than the front of the building at the sidewalk of material that you could see elsewhere. And all these walls, I mean, this is there's an extreme amount of labor. Extreme amount of labor in these walls. And they're everywhere. And a lot of them are brick. So I don't know what they're doing now with this place. I'd love to go in there. It's a bad idea. Look at this merry-go-round again. It is unbelievable. Great news, guys. We're letting you out of your chamber. You've been very good. Everyone's gonna get a ride on the carousel tonight. Tonight. Bad news. Asylum closed down. But we're still gonna rebuild the carousel just for like the staff. This is twisted. I mean, tell me this isn't twisted. There's an abandoned insane asylum and a merry-go-round under construction. Believe me, I'm not coming in. It's close enough. It's probably got eyes on me right now. Look at the size of this thing. Look at these guys up on the top floor. They're like, this is where they stage them. So these guys are like huddled around the window, looking at the carousel. There's balloons everywhere. It's like there's clowns. And you're like, I wonder if they have brass rings for us to throw at crap. And then it's like, sorry guys, broke down. End of story. How would that play out? This guy's like completely hyped. We're gonna ride the carousel. Somebody got disappointed. Probably didn't end well. The guy like up his meds. Completely up. That's all he ever says. Carousel. You think I'm making this crap up? Of course it happened this way. So I'm feeling a little crazy mooded. Probably this building. But who wouldn't? I mean, look over here. So these stairs for this back big door is massive pieces of machined granite. I mean, that metal railing is connected to like a 4,000 pound block with tool marks. I want to know what's going on. But I think I'm not going over that fence. We're going to go check out this back way. See if there's anything. Might have a little peephole. Okay, this has been plastered up not too long ago. Cover up the brickery. So this fence was all down, and you could go down in there, and so you could go, up the stairways. You could go down and up into the stairways, and these are all, hello. Hi. I'm a giant. Like, how many different ways are there to say it? It's like a broken record. But here it is, and maybe not for long. But it looks like the current paved area where the grass is growing out is coming up to this added cement stem wall. And these doors here, which are sort of normal sized, would have actually been much larger, and maybe even on a floor above what is below, because all indications are there's definitely another floor below, as you can get in from several openings. And this looks like an older building, but also brick. But you notice they went to all cheap metal that could be bulldozered away when abandoned, and a lot of them are abandoned. There's some bricks up here on the ground. Just sitting up there. I guess this is like the top. That's the one that looks like it was going to fall over. This would be the perfect time. I jump on, and the thing just collapses. That would get me somehow in somewhere like that. I've sat and looked at these railings and stairs for a little while, and I'm going to show you what I see, and I'm going to show you that the railings and the risers of the stairs indicate that this stairway was refurbished. It was originally a stairway for giants, and here's why. So we know that the ground level was once lower, and when I walk up here with my hand at normal height with the elevated cement, this is where I would use a grab handle. This is too high. This is definitely too high. But this is a grab handle, and so is that, and the other ones, both sides. So if you were standing several inches or maybe feet lower, you'd walk up, and your hand would naturally go there at a normal height. And when you took one really big stride, it's perfect. But right now, this serves no purpose for anyone. So as a normal person, I'm going to come up here. This is weird, and it's really not great. And there's evidence that this entire brick set of stairs has been added over larger tread and riser along with this porch. It's kind of interesting. I did a job for someone 30 years ago, and it was actually overlaying bricks over stair steps that were too steep. So we added bricks and changed the rise, and I believe that's happened here. And those were for people of larger stature. That's what I see. Plus the obvious massive doors. Anyway, they're big, really big. So I'm at the north end of the structure, and they've gone to some lengths to put new plaster where the building is coming out, like on the other side. There's only one column. On the other side, I seem to remember there being three. And there's more structure here. And then you can see that it goes down and further down. And I was up at that higher parking lot earlier, and just amazing to see what's here. But I saw something else over here in the yard, and I saw it from the distance, and I knew that it was going to be exactly what I thought it was going to be, because that's just the way it is now. And you see the clues. So you find this boulder near this demolished brick structure, and it's got lichen, and it's very dark, and it shows signs of incredible heat. And then, come around here, and it's like it's actually brick. These are bricks. And that's a brick. I don't even need to even break that, but it's like the top here is encrusted and very changed dramatically. And that's the edge of a brick, and that is a brick. So this is a molten brick ball. I don't know, thrown from here, thrown from over here. So at some point, the brick finds you. So on this structure, it's got the diagonal sloped angles, and notice them throughout the building. And that's really what we see on the outside of every cathedral, without exception. They seem to all have that, no matter what they're constructed of. And they could be made of iron or other brick or other stone or granite. These appear to be huge blocks that are high-fired ceramic terracotta. This may even have been plastered over. And what if it could be granite? I don't know. But these are all the ceramic pretty durable. And then down here is this masterpiece. This single piece of installed ceramic with a very ocean themed. And this has been cut away and changed, but yeah, a single piece is the front adornment for an institution for cuckoo people. Come out here, enjoy that, and ride the carousel, and then back into captivity.